What the hell is up, you fucking cunts? This is going to be episode 72 of Resident Bummer. Resident Bummer, if I'm remembering correctly. The Fulcrum, if you can't tell already, is still around. I'm running this shit. But anyways, episode 71, of course, it's going to be the 72nd episode ever released. Mental health check. I still feel like shit most days. So I don't know, like a 3 out of 10. Physical health check. 8, no real change. 9, somewhere around there. Motivation check. I just want to go to bed right now, so I don't know, 5. 5 out of 10. This part always sucks. I am worthy of consideration, in case you didn't know. It's time to read my journal now. On Friday, January 5th, first entry is set 72, day 1, 11:30 p.m. I finish recording the episode, edit, and set it for upload. I stream some Halo Master Chief Collection. Sorry, I don't know, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Stream some Halo in Server 0 until Penny ends up joining. We play a little bit of Baldurs Gate 3. A little bit later, Miss Kenna joins. Then Madeline ends up joining. We kill everybody in Act 1. We pick up Lathander's Light, the mace at the end of Act 1 that you can get. Penny hops off, I should say. I go ahead and join the party, join an Xbox party, I guess, with Desmond and Michael. We play some Ultimate Chicken Horse. Michael is gone when I join. He takes a little bit to return to the microphone. It's the final entry for the day, so I'm assuming I hop offline and go to bed at some point. Moving on, set 72, day 2. This is Saturday, June 6th. 2:30 p.m. I wake up, I shit, shower, brush, and start streaming Halo, the Master Chief Collection in Server 0. Penny asks to join a few minutes later, and we eventually play some Baldurs Gate 3, start Act 2, and do a little bit of that before Penny hops offline, hop back onto Halo, and plan to read another chapter of the book. My book, I guess. 4:55 p.m. I get signed up for health insurance, or I start the process at least, because I am no longer covered by my mother's insurance plan. She is retiring. I would have another year. I think normally that stuff lasts until you're 26. And then you can no longer use your parents' insurance. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just regurgitating things that I've heard other people say to me. 7 p.m. I read chapter 37 of the Cole Protocol before I get invited to play some Halo by Desmond. 2:30 a.m. Michael hops on to join. We all play some GTA 5 until they hop offline. Stream some more in Server 0 until Miss Kenna joins, but I did not do anything for the rest of the night. I decide to head to bed and leave the voice channel after a while. Moving on, Sunday, June 7th, set 72, day 3. 12 p.m. I wake up, shit, shower, brush, and get ready for work. When it's time, I drive in, say hi to Rich and Bernard, then I clock on and get to work. It's a short shift. I'm planning on going to the mall afterwards. I really hope... Excuse me, there's too much spit in my mouth right now. Let me just swallow that away. I hope Beck's, the musical artist, Beck, I hope they have some good albums. That's what I'm planning on doing after work. 12:30 p.m. I cry pretty early into my shift. It's unfortunate, but It was a big one. I was crying pretty hard. I think my coworker kind of saw me. I was wiping my face and my nose with paper towels, so I don't really know what they saw. 2:40 p.m., I clock off of work and drive to the mall. Start listening to Beck. The first album I listened to is called Midnight Vultures. Midnight spelled incorrectly. It is better than the previous album from Beck, so that's nice. I think it'd be pretty hard to go down from that previous album, though. Most of the previous albums have been pretty not great. But anyways, 2:50 p.m., the next album I listened to is called Sea Change. Sea spelled S-E-A. Both of them are better than the albums that came before them, so that's good. 10:55 p.m. Wait, what? Clock off, drive home? I already did that. I clock off and drove to the mall. But after I got done at the mall, I drove home. I just journaled that incorrectly. Great. Stream some Halo 3, Lasso, Master Chief Collection, I guess. I don't know. It's all in the one fucking bundle of games. In Server 0. I stream all of that in Server 0. Finish the level Savo Highway in my Lasso run. It's a great level, but pretty much every mission in Halo 3 is great. There's not many stinkers there. At some point, Desmond invites me to play MCC, which stands for the Master Chief Collection. We go through Halo 1, then I do head downstairs to eat some mac and cheese and say hi to my nephews. After that, I read Chapter 37 of the Cole Protocol, then I swap over to Portal 2. I get stuck in a few test chambers, but I do eventually get through some of them. I finish a few of them and swap over to the BBC server to stream a little bit. I don't really know what else to do for the night. I'm going to ask to watch some more movies after midnight strikes, because then it's a new week. And then I can ask, does anybody want to watch a movie this week/weekend? Which gives the maximum amount of time for people to see the message and respond appropriately. Anyways, I'm going to move on. Monday, June 8th, set 72, day 4, 12:55 p.m. I wake up, shit, shower, brush, then I dress for work. I drive and clock in, say hi to Rich and Tina, and I ignore Anna as best as I can. 2 p.m., Tina goes on her break, Anna leaves, and I watch the front counter because Rich also takes off to grab something from the big store that my smaller store is connected to. 12:55 a.m., I clock off at some point and drive home, chill in my room. I stream some nonsense, apparently. I don't know what that means. That's not a game. First in the BBC server, then in Server 0 after that. I do shave and shower while sitting in the voice channel. Then, eventually, Penny asks to join. She hops in, we play Baldurs Gate 3, and we make it to the last light inn. We meet Jahira. It's one of those, I'm assuming, is the correct pronunciation. Eventually, Penny goes to bed. Jack and Chud join the voice channel a little bit later, as I am still playing Baldur's Gate 3. I spend a little bit of time organizing my inventory, in also buying some items from old merchants still available in Act 1. I go back and just comb through their inventories to make sure we didn't miss anything good. There were definitely a couple of rings that I bought and some health potions, but other than that, nothing game-changing. I talk with Jack and Chud a little longer. I don't do a single thing in Act 2. Do not worry, Penny. I have not progressed any further into Act 2. I only did stuff in Act 1. Let's see. I make a pizza. And I also plan to read a chapter of the Cole Protocol after I get done eating. The pizza is tasty, and at 1:45 a.m., I read chapter 38 of the Cole Protocol. Then I do a whole lot of nothing for the rest of the night. course, I'm always listening to the Rooster Teeth podcast, so I'm not technically doing nothing, but this is probably like my 10th time listening through the Rooster Teeth podcast. There's about 800 episodes, but I tend to skip over the last 200 or 300 episodes of that podcast. It just kind of goes downhill at a certain point, and I don't really enjoy it as much after some of the cast members are moved around. But anyways, I stay up a little bit too late, and I go to bed at some point. Moving on to Set 72, Day 5. This is Tuesday, June 9th. It's certainly not January. 11:55 a.m. I wake up, start streaming some MCC in Server 0. I do plan to read another chapter, and I end up reading chapter 39 of the Cold Protocol. And I keep playing and streaming some more Halo 3 Lasso. This time I'm going through the storm. Another great mission. I do have some plans to watch a movie with Madeline today. 5:45 p.m. I finish the storm and also finish the mission Floodgate. Then I get stumped while going through the Ark. It's a tricky mission, a long one too. 1 a.m. I do a lot of nothing and I don't hear from Madeline. So I stream some Baldurs Gate 3 in Server 0 for the rest of the night. This one is my single player run, not the one that I'm playing through with Penny. I go to bed at some point. Not a very eventful day. Moving on to Wednesday, June 10th, Set 72, Day 6. 12 p.m. I wake up, shit, shower, brush, and get dressed for work. When it's time, I drive in, say hi to Bernard, Ben, and Rich, then start cooking. I also cry kind of early into my shift. Hopefully I get it out of the way. 2:20 p.m. It's actually not out of the way at all, and I cry again. I feel like that happens far too often when I'm journaling. I'll just be like, oh yeah, I just got done crying at work, but teehee, that's fine. It shouldn't happen again, right? Next journal entry, I just got done fucking crying for 20 goddamn minutes straight, and I feel like I'm about to fucking disintegrate into nothing and float away in the wind. It's all so much. I don't know, I just I want to I just want to start being happy. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. Getting happy starts with me, and I'm just not really good at starting or finishing things. At least not right now. Maybe in like a year or two, I'll have sorted some things out. I don't know. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I just need to get back to the journal, I think. 2:20 p.m. I can't wait to go home. I take my break soon after. I cry. Okay. Moving on, 6 p.m. I clock off, drive home, and stream some MCC. If you forgot, that stands for the Master Chief Collection. Stream that in Server 0 while I read Chapter 40 of the Cold Protocol. Then Jack and Red Spicy. If you remember Red Spicy, he's a person that I have encountered on Discord. He joins the voice channel along with Jack, and they watch me grab a new checkpoint on the Ark. I stopped streaming when Chud and another person joined the voice channel. I haven't named this other person yet. I'm waiting to see if I need to, or if I ever decide to. Moving on though, 3:30 a.m. Penny joins and I say hi. Unfortunately, I have plans to dip out soon after and play some Halo with Desmond and Michael. I do that for a little a little bit, I should say, with Michael and Desmond, as I have already said. After they hop off, I make a match on a hookup app. Eventually, she ends up on my bed with my penis inside of her. Heyo, that's pretty cool. She takes off after we both orgasm. We both come, which is nice. There have been a time or two. I mentioned Penny earlier this week. It's, there's a time or two where I just am unable to, reach the, achieve blast off. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the funniest way to say it. And nothing's coming up, so, sometimes I don't come when I have sex with women. Just because, well, I don't know. I have a theory that it has a lot to do with just my mental state, I guess, most of the time. And also I'm typically having sex with people very early in the morning, which to me is synonymous with very late at night. So if it's like 2 a.m, it's still nighttime to me. But yeah, we had sex pretty late. I go to bed a little bit later after she takes off from my place. Oh gosh. Let's see. Moving on, set 72, day 7. Yeah. It's 1 p.m. I wake up, shit, shower, brush, and get ready for work. I also grab the fancy footwork achievement in Baldurs Gate 3, which is to Penny. No spoilers here. I'm going to say a name of a character, and I'm going to imply that something may or may not happen to this character. So if you don't want any spoilers, I'll give you earplugs. So, or I guess I can't give you any earplugs. You'll have to do that yourself. But I'm going to say, it's the fancy footwork achievement in Baldur's Gate 3. I guess that's all I will say. There we go. It's a kind of a fucking annoying piece of shit achievement to get, but eventually I get it worked out and grab the achievement. Then I change for work, drive in, say hi to Ben and Tina while ignoring Anna. 3:55 p.m. Anna leaves immediately after I arrive. I get to work cooking up some food. 4:50 p.m. I also listen to Penny's playlist that she made for all of her patients. I get pretty far through it while I'm at work. I add a few songs from it, specifically My Way by Cat's Eye, I Can't Break Away by Big Pig, Blister in the Sun by Violent Femmes. I don't know how that song wasn't in my playlist already. I've already gone through Violent Femmes. I'm pretty sure I went through all of their albums. I don't know how that one, because it's their most popular song. So I've heard it many, many times, even before I went through their discography. But anyways, Lonely No More by Rob Thomas is another song that I added. Golden by Jill Scott. Loving Life by Bare Naked Ladies. Special shout out to the Bare Naked Ladies. They're heavily featured. Well, not heavily featured, but they pop up more than a couple of times on the Rooster Teeth podcast, or at least they're mentioned. I don't know if any of the members appear. I don't think they do, but they are. They did a lot, or they, I guess, collaborated with the Rooster Teeth on some of their music videos that they filmed. But moving on, 11 p.m., I clock off, head home, stream some MCC for a while. Oh, I forgot to mention, before I went into work, Penny did ask if she could join and watch me, or maybe just talk to me in the voice channel. I was streaming Baldur's Gate 3 as I got that achievement I mentioned. But I was like 10 minutes away from getting up and changing for work, so I figured I would save us both the trouble of saying hi and bye, and we can just get it done another night. Anyways, I streamed some MCC for a while when I get home after work. My ARC, for some reason, my checkpoint progress reset, so I have to replay the introduction to that mission. I also finished listening to all of the clinic songs after I get home. I think I only have maybe 5 or 10 more songs to go through with that playlist that Penny has started up. Moving on though. Oh god, I'm smacking my desk. I'm sorry about that. 12:55 p.m. I think that's supposed to be a.m. Excuse me. 12:55 a.m. Michael, for some reason, invites me to an Xbox party. I have never really chilled with Michael before, only ever when Desmond is around. But I do accept the Xbox party invitation from Michael, and we sit in a party for a while. While nothing really gets said. Anyways, I leave the party after an hour or two, make some French fries. My dad says that he needs help carrying up a headboard to a bed. I say, okay, I could do that. We eat some French fries before moving the headboard from the basement to the top floor of the house. And moving on to 2 a.m., I read chapter 41 of the Cole Protocol, and I prepare to record episode 72, which is what I'm doing right now, which is why I have to stop doing it, because I'm all done. I have no more journal to go through. It's as if I'm putting my penis inside of you, and I have run out of inches. Sorry, it still feels weird because I'm pretty sure Penny is the only one that listens to these, and it's just every one of those terribly weird offhand comments just feels, even though it's not, it feels as if it could be interpreted that they are solely directed at Penny, which is kind of double weird because she has a boyfriend, and they seem to be hitting it off pretty well, and I do not want to come anywhere near the in-between of that situation. God, I feel weird talking about it, so I'm gonna stop talking about it. I hope those two flourish. No, I don't hope. I know those two are gonna flourish. Penny, you got this, girl. I'm telling you, man, next week, just go out and get your engagement ring, and he won't have anywhere to run. You can lock him down right now, but you gotta act quick. Oh, with that being said, we're gonna do the outro. This week's rating is 6 out of 10. I said it. There, I said it. The official rating for week 72, set 72, I guess. The word count for this episode, or up until this episode, was recorded. I have journaled 115,617 separate words. I actually don't know how it counts. There are times in my journal where instead of writing Y-O-U to spell the word you, I'll just type the letter U. So I don't know if it counts that. Oh my god. I'm fucking smacking the pop filter now. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't know if it counts that singular U, like just the letter U. I don't know if that's counted as one word, or if that's doesn't quite make the cut. Because if it doesn't, baby, I'm like at least 10,000 words over 115,000. But that's besides the point. I'm going to have to end it now. Am I really making a podcast, or am I just jerking off?